Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Working Trader, where we look at the Euro USD and GBPUSD and come up with trade ideas for the day. So let's jump right into it. Looking at Forex Factory for this brand new week. As expected, Monday we do not have any news, so we are going to start to see high impact news starting tomorrow, 1:30, where we have core retail sales, month on month information that will be published. So starting then, looking ahead, so this week will be different. We didn't have NFP on Friday last week, so it looks like it has been postponed to Wednesday this week. Okay, so this is when we have one unemployment change. So this is a very, very volatile news event. And then Thursday won't have much, and then Friday we also have CPI. Okay, so this week is packed with very, very high impact news, which result in very high volatility in the market. So other than that, let's jump right onto the charts, and starting with the Euro USD. So with the Euro USD, the narrative is still the same. We've broken structure to the upside. We have a strong push up. We had a pullback. Ideally, would have wanted to see it pull back to this demand. It has not mitigated the demand, but what price has done, if we look at it carefully, all right, price has mitigated this sell to buy range. Okay, so it has mitigated the range, okay, right there, right at the proximal line, which also happens to be just inside discount, okay, just below the EQ. All right, so there is every reason right now that price could continue bullish. Okay, there is every reason for price to do that. Okay, so this could be the mitigation that we're waiting for. All right, it has mitigated the daily, the range. Okay, so the range has been mitigated. We were waiting at this extreme, at this pivot area. However, that was not mitigated, but the range has been mitigated, and we're starting to see bullish price action. So it could continue. This could be the reversal all the way to take out the week daily high, or this could simply just be a pullback just to mitigate this fair value gap, right, or this point of interest right there at the top. Okay, however, these are heavily counter trend trades. Okay, these are heavily counter trend trades. Yes, they are aligned with the overall. These, when we're going down, these were heavily counter trend trade, and now we will be trading in alignment with the trend. Okay, so swing is bullish, internal is bullish, and we've mitigated the demand area, and now we could be looking to continue looking for buys until, you know, possibly we reach this week daily swing high, or in the meantime until we reach this fair value gap or fill the fair value gap and mitigate this fractal supply point of interest. Okay, so that is what we're looking at the moment. Okay, so we look at the 4 hour, whether we have anything meaningful. All right, so looking at the 4 hour, that is a supply that has been mitigated. Okay, I'll just extend these. Right, that is a supply that has been mitigated. Okay, whether it will work or not, we'll see. And then we have this one that is in premium, so this would make sense. All right, this one is still in discount, so it may, well, if we extend it to cover this high, then we could say, okay, it's pretty much at the EQ as well. Okay, so if we take out these highs and then mitigate, we could look for a reaction. Bearish is possible. Okay, however, now would be the time where you start thinking, okay, possibly the price has shifted bullish. Okay, the pullback is now complete, and now we are on our way to take out the weak swing high. So I think a best way to approach it would be maybe to wait for this supply to fail. Okay, if this supply fails, then we are now more than likely realigned and possibly going bullish. Okay, so when that if that supply fails, then this would be a good zone to look for longs from. Okay, however, it has been mitigated in a way, although this is one continuous push up. Right, it's a fractal area. We've had a fractal break of structure. Okay, so right now we just wait. Right now we just wait. There's nothing clear at the moment. And then looking at the 1 hour, okay, looking at the 1 hour, this is what we have. So this was our, well, this is still our week. Okay, week 1 hour swing low, or internal low, because we do not have a break and close. All right, so we had to sweep, and then we've had a significant push up. Okay, so at this point, our structure has shifted bullish. Okay, our structure is shifted bullish. We could call this our fractal structure. Okay, so okay, so this is what we have at the moment. So we have resting liquidity right up there. Okay, so the expectation would be for this to fail. Okay, would be for that to fail. So right now nothing's clear, so we might be expecting price to continue bullish, take out this, take out that, and yeah, possibly after, then maybe once it mitigates these areas up here, then maybe we could look for shorts, right? Or it could just sweep these and then start to pull back. Okay, so we'll have to approach each scenario accordingly. Okay, so what we have is all right, I'll just mark this. This is the unmitigated area. Okay, so if price takes out, right, if price takes out this supply, okay, and then comes back, then we would be looking for longs, all right, from this area to continue bullish, at least towards that for our POI. Okay, of course on lower time frames, you'll be able to get shorts, right, trade price on the way down as well as trade it on the way up. But this is just to help someone with analysis for the day and possible trade ideas. Okay, so really for the Euro USD, nothing is very clear at the moment. So the only thing is we're expecting this to fail. Okay, we're expecting that to fail, and then price to come back and then mitigate that, and then start looking for longs. Okay, that's essentially what we are or what we could be waiting for. All right. So that's that for the Euro USD. Let's jump on to the pound dollar. So same thing, we broke structure, price pushed up strongly. We're expecting a pullback. Okay. On the pound, we have not mitigated into discount. However, we have mitigated the range as well. Okay, we have mitigated the range. Okay, this is where we've had this significant pullback before price pushed up. Okay, so we have mitigated the sell to buy range. So it could be that it signals the end of the pullback phase that we're in. Okay, and price could now be going all the way towards the week high. All right, it's a possibility, or this is just so that price comes in and mitigates this this supply area. Okay, after it fills this fair value gap. Okay, after it fills this imbalance, mitigates and then mitigates and then continues bearish towards these areas. Okay, so we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. So looking at the 4 hour. Looking at the 4 hour. 4 hour swing is bullish, internal is bearish. So after a bearish, we had a change of character right there. So now we are technically bullish. So once we mitigate these areas, we'll have to wait to see whether they continue to hold, all right, or they fail. Okay, so if we're going to have any certainty in going long, then the supply areas have to fail. Okay, so meaning if that fails, then we'll have price push up and then maybe come down, right, into this area, which becomes a new demand, and then we continue, okay, going up. So that's a possibility, that's a scenario to be aware of. Okay, or price could just be trading into this internal swing range. Okay, so mitigate this and then we continue selling off because this is a weak internal, right, a weak internal low. Okay, however, we mitigated this fractal area here, and which was in discount, and then price has now changed character, bullish. Okay, so this could be a sign that we are now ready to push up higher to take out the weak daily and weak 4 hour swing highs. So looking at the 1 hour, we did have a break of structure, substructure bullish, and this is another, well, that's not a break, but we are taking these highs. Okay, so we may be expecting price to continue bullish to reach these areas. Okay, yeah, so in the meantime, we can be looking for price to go long, okay, to mitigate these areas and maybe have a reaction and then continue right to this area, have a reaction and then continue going up. Okay, or price could just stall, waiting for NFP on Wednesday and then have a sharp move and then have another move on Friday with CPI. All right, so as of now, it's not really clear. Okay, yeah, but in general, the bias is now bullish because everything is now aligned. So daily is bullish. We've mitigated the range. We could be going up, right, to mitigate the supply or continuing bullish. On the 4-hour, nothing is clear, but we're still bullish in the context that after break of structure, we expect price to pull back. So this could be the bullish pullback into supply and for price to continue bearish, right? But in the current phase, it means price is bullish. So on the 1-hour, yes, we are bullish. Yes, we are bullish. We really don't have any demand areas. Okay, the only one I can see for now would be down there. Okay, so these will be the demand areas that are available at the moment. So either we'll wait for price to come, okay, to drop, mitigate, and then continue towards this area. If price mitigates this and then starts coming down, then we could be looking for shorts from here. Okay, then we could be looking for shorts from that area. Okay, so that's the analysis really for today. If you're not very sure about what price wants to do, you can still stand on the sidelines. Okay, wait for clear areas to buy from and clear areas to sell from, and then take positions from there. Okay, so in the meantime, as you can see, price is now pushing up strongly. All right, so who knows, could just mitigate this, take this out, and then pull back, mitigate this, and then continue bullish. Okay, but that is my outlook and analysis for the day. So please, if you're liking this material, do like, do subscribe, leave a comment as well. Other than that, have a great day, and Working Trader out.